Good morning, YouTube viewers and subscribers. Today I've got my OS FT-120 Gemini 2 engine here, and I've got the new Carb installed, and I want to just take a quick few minutes to talk about this Carb and the old Carb. To make this a little less busy, I'm going to put a paper towel here. So this is the new style Carb that is installed or comes with any new OS FT-160 or FT-300 engine, maybe some others also. And it is a twin needle Carb. And this is what the air bleed Carb look like that I just took off this engine. So here's my air bleed hole, my air bleed adjustment screw. You can see the Carbs are damn near identical with the exception of the throttle arm and the air bleed adjustment now, or the mixture adjustment. Now on this Carb, this here is the mixture control screw, and here is our throttle stop screw. I've got this preliminarily set up now as far as the opening for the throttle stop. I did my air blow test through here to listen to it here and here. So I think it's preliminarily set up. I think I've got my high-speed needle open like 2.5, 3 turns. Very rich because I'm going to have to completely retune this engine. Now since I am keeping this 18.6 prop on here, I'm going to tune this engine for a peak RPM between 6,200 and 6,500 RPM based on the reviews I saw of this engine and what a safe RPM range is for this prop. So I'm going to go out there and strap this to my stand, and we're going to do a run with this new Carb and see how she does now. Alright, before I do that, I want to do something else. I'm doing something slightly different. This engine was running and it's got this vent tube that comes out here and it blows a lot of oil out. But one of the things I found from many years ago, and many of you younger people may not even recognize what this is a 35mm film canister. These things are getting damn near extinct because not too many people use film like this anymore. But anyway, I used to have a lot of these because I used to take a lot of pictures back before the digital age. But what I've done here is I just kind of reamed a quick hole in the top of this thing, and I've got another little vent hole here. I'm just going to attach this to this thing so it kind of collects all that excess oil that comes out of here for several reasons: to keep my stand a little bit cleaner, keep cleanup a little bit less, and I was just curious as to how much oil actually comes out of this engine during a run, 2 runs, whatever. So let me go strap this engine to the stand and let's do a run. Okay, so I've got this FT-120 Gemini 2 back on the stand now that the new Carb is installed, a full tank of FAI fuel. One thing I did differently with the fuel this time is I had about a half a gallon of fuel left. One thing I did differently with the fuel this time was I had a half a gallon left, and I added some additional castor to bring the normal Omega FAI from 17% lubrication up to about 20-21%. And I did that because thinking that maybe ignition is a little bit better at combusting, a little more efficient at burning the fuel, maybe we just need a little bit more oil. So anyway, that's what I did, and that's what's in this tank. Same RCEXL ignition, same master Airscrew 18.6 prop. It's going to need a complete retune, at least on the high end. So let's see how she does. Alright, so let's prime her. Oh shit, yeah, it's sucking fuel quite well. She seems to be primed. Plug the ignition in. She's live. And we should be closed throttle for the most part. killing it to lean the low speed out a hair. Hit that low speed needle a hair. I also tweaked that throttle stop screw a smidge. Let's burn this fuel out of here. Unplug it. Okay, so that was a great run, and I will use the word great. Obviously I needed to do some tweaking of the low speed needle, well, both needles actually, because it's a new carb. I think I could probably still go a little bit leaner on the low speed, but for now, for this run, it's fine. It seems to idle much better, much more consistently, much more evenly with this carb than it did with the other carb. I don't know if it was a setting issue on that other carb or what, but this just seems to run a lot better. And I showed you in the first part of this video the oil container. So just from this run of, it's a 6-ounce tank of FAI fuel, this is how much oil was in this container. Nearly the entire half of the thing is filled. So that was an interesting experiment, and I still have pretty good residue coming from my exhaust too, so I think we're in good shape here. I was showing some temp readings. Hopefully when I was pointing to a cylinder it was easy to see which one of these I was just on. I was seeing about a top peak of about 204 maybe on this one, 197 on this one, but it varied quite a bit. I was trying to hit it right, not in the non-finned area, but right in the finned area, the black area, right beneath where the head attaches. That's where I was shooting those temps at. The engine runs great. I love this conversion. I love this engine, and I hope you love the video. So thank you for watching.